Yes, hi. So, a very good afternoon to everyone. My name is Rekha. Today, the session will be conducted from me. I am from Team Dattamsh. So, today, the topic is chosen as a SQL. So, we will be covering the topics as the database, types of data, SQL, and some basic queries and the data management basics. So, these all things we will be covering today. So before I directly start with the session, I want to know like how the things are going on with the curriculum, the computer subject till now. Hope Python and all you have started and it is going smooth. Hope you all are doing fine. I need the response. Let's make this session interactive. And I want everyone to join from laptop so that the queries and all even you can practice, and if you get any errors and all we can resolve and discuss the errors. Okay, I'll consider this as in a positive way, so everything is going in a smooth way. I'll be sharing my screen and then I'll be starting the session. Is my screen is visible?
Yes, your screen
Yes,
is
ma'am.
visible.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, thank you for the response. Okay, so this SQL is from the grade 8. Hope I'm right. Okay, so from grade 8 in the lesson 4 we have the topics as introduction to database, types of data, and then finally we're going to introduce them what is SQL, how to use SQL, and how to write some basic queries. Okay, so we have to start them teaching the importance of database. Like we can take the day-to-day example where we will be using the database, why we need the database. Can anyone tell me how you can introduce the database? What is the database basically? I'm just asking this because to make sure this entire session should be interactive and each and everything, whatever we will be learning today, it will be useful and you going to teach the same thing to your students. So if you have any queries and all, we can resolve this. So any idea what is database? Okay, database is a group of information. Yeah, Mr. Sanjeev have replied it in the chat. Yes, ex- exactly. So database is nothing but what? Some kind of a information which you going to store it for some purpose. Like for example, in your day-to-day purpose, we have the examples and all here in the further slide. Let me just show you. Yes. So a database is nothing but like it is a organized collection of data, okay, which can be, like, for example, this information, if you store it, so the main thing is how to manage with that particular data, like how you can able to access it, manage it. For example, like in your college you will be maintaining a record of multiple students, like one of the teacher want to come and access only the particular student, so that time you cannot sit and search all the rows. You should able to write some query based on that particular student serial number, or by his or university number, or whatever the school registered number, by the name and surname. You should able to get only that particular data. That is nothing but managing the data. Let me make the things simpler. Database is nothing but what? A collection of data stored. Okay. And then what is this management? Database management is nothing but what? Like how you can able to use that data, how we can able to manage the data, how you can able to access the data. Okay. Usually we have a different kind of a data. We have a structured data, we have a unstructured data. Okay. So the main purpose is to manage the large amount of information. If we have a data of only like a 10 names or a 10 rows of a data, it is visible to us. We can able to see the data, we can able to rename it, we can easily able to delete it, we can easily add the data. But if we have lakhs of data, millions of data, in that case, if I want to search, it is very difficult if I do it in manual way. There comes this database management. There comes the SQL. So with the help of this SQL queries, you can easily type the query, and then whatever information you want, you can able to retrieve it. And then if you want to do some operations, for example, if one of the student left the school, you want to delete that data, you cannot sit and search that data. You can just type the name and then delete it. These are all queries. We will be seeing it in further session. Okay. So what is that organized data is? The data is stored in a table format, like rows and column, like how we write it in the Excel sheets, usually the spreadsheets, what we call. Okay. That's what, as I said, this basically helps us to find the information quickly, any particular information of any particular student or whatever the data. Okay, so this will help us to update and add the data easily. And even it takes care of security also. It will help you to keep important information safe and secure. Okay, and it will be having an access to only that person who have created the database and all. Hope what is database? This thing is clear to everyone. If any doubts, let me know. In one go, I'll just revise it one more time. Database is nothing but what? It is a set of information stored in rows and columns. So I'm talking about the structured data. We have a different kinds of a data. I'll be telling you in the further slide. So now once if that data is stored, like how to manage with that, like if I want to find some information of one particular row, how easily I can do that task. Those all things we're going to learn in the today's session. Is there any doubts, any queries about what is regarding the database and all? I need the response so that I can proceed to the next topic. If no queries, at least let me know that we can move ahead with the next. Okay. Thank you for the response, Anupam. We'll move for the next one then. Yeah. So we'll see some real world examples. real world application of databases, where exactly database is required. So the first example only we can see here, it is schools. Okay, you all will be, and you are the main person, so everything will be given to you only, like managing the records of any students, those who are, I mean, like many of the schools will be given many tasks who are handling the computers, and also you will be taking care of many things. For example, student records, their grades, their attendance, and many more things. And then where we can use this database in the online stores for tracking the product inventory, for customer orders and reviews. Okay, so this database will help us for maintaining the records. For example, like we in the online stores, we will be having multiple products, so whether the product is in stock or it is not in stock, so you have to take care. So we'll get to know if any one of the product is about to finish, then we'll get to know in an advance, so that you will restock it and then keep the things in a proper way. And how many customers are ordering which product is not getting sold. So these all information you can track it very easily. And even we need this database for social media also, for storing the user profiles. Everyone have a social media account like a Facebook and all, but these all information will be stored in a cloud. But we need the database for each and everything. Okay, so for social media it is for storing the profiles, posts and messages, and for hospitals it is a record for patient, a medical history and all, and giving the appointments for the patients and all. And banking system, so definitely this also need the database to manage the customer accounts, the transactions and the loans. Okay, and right now we even need it for streaming services like the Netflix, Amazon Prime, YouTube and all, so that we'll get to know like each person what he is watching. So we are recording everything. What is the advantage of this thing is, you will it will help you for recommendation system. You can recommend that person like what you can watch next. So your liked movies, your like whatever you will be watching, the similar movie if you have, you can give them a message. You can tell them that a similar movie is there, would you like to watch? So especially for recommendation, these we have to maintain a record for each person, what he is watching, what time he is watching, what kind of a movies they are watching, what kind of a series and all. And we also need this database for airline reservation, for managing the flight schedules, the passenger bookings and all. Not only this, we need this in every sector, every manufacturing company, every IT industry. So I have just listed a few applications here. So for students, you can guide them in their day-to-day life also. They can create a database of their own, like what all they need in their everyday life in a month, how much they are spending, so they can make an Excel sheet, they can maintain a record. So whatever we will be explaining, if we explain it according to their point of view, it will reach to their mind. So if you tell them, every student database is like a set of information, so what information students can store, so what is their monthly spending, so you can ask them. Anyway, they are eighth grade students, so they are much matured also. Even if we tell those all things, you can tell it in a little advanced way, like what are, you can frame a database of your spendings, of your study table, like how you can manage your studies and all. So in this way, if you reach out to them, it will be helpful for them to grasp the things very early. So is it clear? Any doubts in this? Shall we move with the next one? Okay. So now next we're going to see types of data. I just explained you all what is database, like a set of information. Now, what kind of a information? What kind of a data? Information is nothing but the data. So we have a different kinds of a data. Okay. So it is listed here. We have a structured data, unstructured data, semi-structured data. So first, let's see what is this structured data. Structured data means it has one fixed format, one predefined structure is available for that. Okay, like for example, the data is recorded in terms of rows and columns like Excel, a spreadsheet. So whatever the data will be stored, it is in rows and columns. So the examples what I have given earlier slide, the application, those all are structured data only. Like in a structured way only, you are storing all the information. Okay, and definitely social media is not the structured one, because there you will be posting the videos, you will be posting the images and all. So these are not a structured one. Maintaining the records of any person and all, that comes in a structured way. Okay, so the main feature of this will be it will help us, like it is easy to search and easy to analyze the structured data. And examples are Excel files, the SQL databases, the contact list, student grades, inventory systems, reservation systems, and all. So basically, structured data is nothing but the data stored in a table format. The data stored in a table format, that is in terms of rows and columns, are considered as structured data. Is that clear? Yeah. And the next one is unstructured data, where will not be having any predefined format. So it will be more challenging if we want to make any analysis and all. It will be challenging even to organize. We have to organize the data. It is easy for us to record such data. For structured data, we usually arrange it in the serial number way, like 1 to 100, or in alphabetical order. But it is difficult for us when it comes into the unstructured, because it will be not having any predefined format. So it will be a bit challenging to organize and to analyze with the traditional tools. Okay, so for this, examples are a social media post, a customer feedback. Many a times, a feedback will not be in terms of only the text. It might be in terms of the image also. Like for example, anybody have done the online shopping, and that product they have not received it in a proper way. So what they will be doing, they will be taking that picture as a proof, and they will be attaching that. When we attach any such medias and all, it will be coming in a unstructured format. So we have the content, I mean we are entering the data also, and we are adding the image also. So that is not any one a predefined format. Okay. So even the web pages, images, audio, video. So these all are a part of unstructured data. And in this topic, or in this lesson, we are learning only the structured data. We are not analyzing unstructured data. So for students, we are just giving the information like what all kind of a data we are having. And the next is semi-structured, where we have our organizational features but does not fit neatly into a fixed tables. Okay, like for example, you're maintaining a record where you have the Excel files, but in that Excel files, you will be entering some YouTube video link or some web link, where it will not come as a structured format, because when you click that link, it will be opening as a web page, it will be opening as a video link. So in that case, it will come as a semi-structured, whereas you are maintaining it as a Excel file only, but it is not completely a structured data, because you are entering it in terms of a links and all. This is just an example so that students can relate it and understand it. Okay. So the key feature is it provides the structure within a data, but not across the entire database. As an example, what I gave, where you are writing the information as a name or mail ID or referring some videos, some YouTube link or a web link, so that it will be not coming as a structured way. Okay. As an example, emails, the JSON documents, HTMLs, HTML, CSS, these all comes under the semi-structured format. So is it clear till now whatever we have learned? Any doubts with the types of data and the database management? Because now we are moving to the very important concept, that is SQL. We're going to learn how to write the queries and all. Let me know is everything is cleared or any queries? Any, shall we move with the next? I need the response at least in the message. I'm waiting for the response. You all. Okay. Thank you, Anupam. So now we are moving to the main thing. What is this structured query language? SQL. So till now, I told you, I explained you what is database management and what is database, why it is important, why it is necessary. Now, I also told that how we can manage the data, what is the use, what is the benefit and all. So here is the main thing, that is structured query language. So this is a very important programming language. It is basically used to manage and manipulate the database. So whatever database you have created, to update, to delete, or to rename, whatever you want to do, these all things can be done with the help of programming language called as structured query language. So this is the language, it will help you to manage and manipulate the database. And what is database? It is a like a set of information or a kind of a data. And let me tell you, this language is used for structured data only. Okay. So what this SQL can do, it is the primary tool for controlling the information within a database. Okay. Like the database, you have to create it first. And then once if you create that database, you can change. I mean, we'll see the examples when we actually do it, you will get to know. So you will be having all the control on that database with the help of this language. Okay. Like you can retrieve a specific information quickly. For example, find all students who scored above 90. You have a record of some 100 or 200 students, and the head is asking, I need the student list who have scored above 90. Now you cannot sit and search who have scored above 90 and all. So if you write a single query, if you write a single query in this table, who have scored greater than 90, give me the list. So it will give you immediately. So this is the advantage. This thing it can able to do it. And you can add a new data also. You can, like if you have a new record, if the new student is there, you can easily add it to the existing table. Okay. Even you can update it. Like usually you can change the existing information. Like for example, some student's address has been changed, a phone number is changed. Then you can easily change that with the help of update queries and all. We have a different queries. We'll be discussing all those things. And if you want to remove some unnecessary or old records from the database, that thing also can be done easily. Okay. Now, why is this SQL is important? You all got to know that it is used for managing the database. So it ensures that the data is organized and easily you can track the data. You can find what information you want across, like it will search and give you the data. Okay. So we have one more thing, that is MySQL. Okay. The difference is being shown here. SQL is a language, whereas MySQL is the system. Okay, let me tell you the difference. SQL is a structured query language for managing the data. And MySQL is what? A specific database management system that uses SQL. MySQL is a part of SQL. Okay, like it is used for one particular database, whereas SQL will be having an access for managing all the data, and MySQL is the part of SQL only. It is using the SQL where it is used for like a specific database management system. We're going to create the database. Basically, in the textbook for their syllabus, they are not creating any database. We are using the online compiler where we can just create the tables and manage the data, but we cannot externally upload the data. Let me give you the clarification. Like in Python, you have learned both the techniques. One is writing the codes in the Colab and writing the codes from Anaconda. The main difference is Colab is can be done with the online, and Anaconda can work offline also. Very similarly, in SQL also we have a two things, and here we have explained the things with the online compiler only. The offline is like actually it is not a free one where we have to pay something and all, and that database management will create the database. It will be creating the database. Actually it is free to download, but when you share it to some others and all, it is like a demo purpose only basically. So for student purpose, we will be just explaining them that how to create the table, how to manage the table and all. Let's not go in deep about the database management system, how to create the entire database and all. We will just explain them how to create the table and how to manage with that table. That's it. Okay. Now the main difference between, let's come back to this. The main difference between SQL and MySQL is, and what I was trying to say is, the one compiler, whatever example we have taken in the textbook, that is done through online only, and only that can be used for student purpose. Whereas that offline version, we have a different thing. We have a MySQL test bench where we can work offline, but it is also for learning purpose only. Okay. When we actually work for any one organization, that time that entire access will be given. Okay. So the let me come back and explain this thing, and that is offline. Here, SQL is a structured query language. It will be helping you all for managing the entire data, and MySQL, it is a part of it. It is the database management system that uses the SQL. Like a specific database, if you want to work on the specific database, if you want to create the database, then this is used, MySQL. Okay. The functions here in SQL, we going to use select, update, delete, and create. It provides the actual platform to store, organize, and manage data. The meaning of this is it uses the same thing. In MySQL also, we're going to use the same thing, select, update, delete, and all. But it is used for a particular specific database. It is in general. for anything, everything. This is for the particular database only. Like you have loaded one Excel file, so to that Excel file only it will be working. If you want to move to the another SQL, another Excel file, then you have to exit and create another database like that way. Okay. Usage, it is a universal, like it is used by many system. We have a PostgreSQL, Oracle, and it is used for MySQL also. It is one of the most popular DBMS that uses SQL for communication. Okay, so don't have to confuse the student. We just clear one thing here. SQL, it is like a whole thing where it is used for multiple way, in a multiple way for all the data, anytime we can work on it. Whereas in MySQL, it is specific for one database. We have to create one database and it will be working only for that. If you want to work for another database, then you have to create another and come out of it and then work for that particular. Okay. Whereas SQL, you can run the multiple tasks, but there also whatever we are learning in one compiler, it will be vanishing. It will be vanishing means it is not stored here. It is not stored in that particular online thing. You have to download and keep it. Whenever you open it in the next time, it will not be available. I will be showing you and I'll be explaining that. Any queries here for the difference purpose? Any queries for SQL and MySQL? In a simple way, how you can explain to the student is SQL, it is used for managing the data only. And MySQL also, it is used for managing the data only, but it is for the specific database. For any one particular database, it will be working. And it is a part of SQL. It will be using the same queries, the same select, update, delete, the same thing will be used. Any queries? Shall we move with the next? Okay, thank you for the response, Mohammed. Yes. So we'll now jump to the how to write the queries and all. At first, we're going to create a table. Okay, so I'll be explaining you how to open the compiler and all. Is my screen is visible? This Google Chrome screen? Is this window is visible to you all? Okay. Yes. So here in the Google search window, you have to type it as MySQL online editor one compiler. Okay. So this is where we will be writing the queries. Whatever line we will be writing, those are called as queries in SQL. Okay. Hope you all are joined through the laptop so that even you can open it and write the queries, practice it, and if any doubts and all, we can discuss and then resolve it. Can you all join with me? Can you all just open the same thing, MySQL online editor? Hope you all can able to open this. Is it open? Hope you all got the same page. Please take some time, and I want you all to join with me and work on this because it is very important. We'll get many errors and all once when we start working. So I'm requesting you all to take a time, open your laptop, and then open one compiler and join with me. So everyone could open this, right? Okay. Thank you for the response, Tushar. So when we open this, we'll be getting a default code here. So you can delete this, and then I will be helping you all to write the code. I've already pre-written this, but I'll be explaining you what is this each line is about. I'll be taking one by one and then explain you. Yes, I'll just zoom it a little. Hope it is visible clearly. So what is the query is basically we are creating a table here. So the main thing is create. Let me write this one more time so that you will get to know name and marks we have. Okay. So create. When I start writing, I will be getting the hints. I will be getting the pop-ups where you can choose. Okay. The query, it is very easy. It is like how you speak. So what I want to do, I want to create a table. So you can just write create. Okay. And if you start writing, see, you will be getting the options. So it is create. You can make use of this. You can make use of the pop-ups and enter. So what I want to create, I want to create a table, and it is case insensitive. You can make use of uppercase letters and small case letters. It is fine. You don't have to write the capital letters only, small letters only. Even for the column names also, it accepts. No worries. Okay. So creating table. So you can choose the option is I'm creating the table. Okay. So we have written create table and the name what you would like to give for that table. So the same example I'm taking to explain you all so that it will be easy for you all to show it in the class. So in the textbook, we had created the table for a students. Okay, I'm taking the same example and the table name, we will give it as students. Okay, so the first word is create. What we are creating? We are creating a table. And then what name we are giving? This is left to the user. This is left to the user. It is to you all. What exact table you are creating. Okay. So you can write any word here. So this is particularly for recording the student information. We have named it as student. If it is like related to any the online shopping and all, they will be giving the different names, the product details, the customer details. So it varies from one table to another table. So if we have a practice of giving the relevant name, it will be helpful for us. Okay. So in the students, what columns we should have? So basically we have three columns. One is ID, name, and marks. Okay. So firstly, this is also left to the user only, what name they would like to give. So I've taken ID. So ID is the column name. Now, what is ID? What kind of a data you are storing in ID? ID is what? It is the numbers. Okay, every student will be having the specific ID. And what kind of a data it is? It is a integer. It is like a whole number. We You have already learned the different data types in the Python, so it will be easy for you all to revise, and it will be easy for you all to write the same thing, use the same knowledge here also. Okay, so you just have to be very cautious that what kind of a data you are using. Now when I said ID, you have to think it as a number. So when it is number, it is a integer. Okay, so you have to just write int, integer. That's it. Okay, you can just write int and then comma. Even you can choose the options also, whatever options you will be getting here. That's it. If you choose the option, it is left to you all. Okay. Then what I said, name. Name is what? What kind of a data it is? In Python, we have learned the different data types as integer, float, characters, strings, and all. So name is what kind of a data? So how we can write? Because one example I said ID is a serial number. I mean, it is a whole number. So we wrote it as an integer. Now name is what? Yes, name is a character. Very good. So name is a character. We can either write char. Okay. Whereas in textbook, we have written as where. The difference between where and char is what? You know, you have already learned like 1 byte is 8 bits, 2 bytes as 16 bits and all. Character will take all the space. Like for example, 1 byte is a 8 bits. Now my name is Rekha, where it is taking 5 spaces, 5 bits. Okay, if I write character, if I write it as char, it will take that entire thing. 1 byte will be having 8 bits, so that entire 8 bits will be occupied for my name. Even though my name is 5 letters, that 3 bits also will be used for this only, it will be occupied for this only. Whereas if I choose the where is nothing but what? Variable character. Okay, so it will takes only the specific space, specific memory. Now my name is 5 characters, so it will take only the 5 character space and leave the remaining space, so that next name can be occupied in that particular memory. Okay, so you have to choose that. Now some characters are fixed, so in that case you can directly go for the char. Whereas the school, in school, or whatever names we will be writing, this will be variable, it is not fixed. In that case you can choose the variable character, but only thing is you have to provide the range. You have to provide the range, some maximum range you have to provide. That doesn't mean that it will take all that range. So you are specifying 50, so maximum 50 characters should be there. Minimum is anything. If it is one also, that is acceptable. If my name is 5 characters, it will take the 5 characters, and the next space will be utilized for the next names and all. Okay. Hope you all got the difference between char and where. Char will occupy all the spaces. Like if we are using 1 byte, that all the 8 bits will be used for one names. Whereas where it will use the space, how much is your name, and rest of the space will be used for the next name. Okay. Hope you all got the difference. And next we have marks. So marks is again, it is a integer because this is also a whole number here. Okay, that's it. And one important thing is it should be terminated by a semicolon. That is, it should be ended by a semicolon. So what we have done now, we have created a table. So as already I had told, it is like how we speak. What we are doing, create table, and this is the table name. This is the table name. These two are the fixed keywords. This will not be changing. Okay. Whereas this is left to the user. What name would he like to give for that particular table? So, students, and these are the column names which you have to define it prior. So right now you have created the structure for that particular table. You have assigned some name and you have structured that you have three columns, ID, name, and marks. Now next is nothing but adding the elements. Hope creating table line is clear to you all. I am moving for the next one, that is inserting. So now it is also very simple. Now I want to insert. Now I want to insert the values in the student table. So how I will do? I'll just write insert. I'll choose this, sorry, insert. Insert what? Insert values. Okay. So insert values where? Into this students table. Okay. So insert, you have to write insert into where you have to students. Insert into students. What do you want to insert? Those values. Okay. So you have to first mention all these column names. ID, name, and marks. And anyway, you will be getting the options. Okay. So first thing is insert into students. Okay. So here you have to specify all the columns and then you have to write values. Okay, for that particular, before you write, you just have to write as values. Okay, then values, what kind of a values you are writing? So I'll be taking one comma name. Let me start with my own name, Rekha, and then some marks, some average. I'll take it as 16. Okay. So I have added one record. Got it? So what I have done, it's very simple. Insert where? Into student table. So in student table, you don't have to write int, where, char and all. You just write the column name here. ID, name and marks. And then values. Let me tell you, here if you want to add only the name and all, you can write only name and then only write values also. I mean, only that name also. Okay? If you don't have any other information and all that time. Now, if you want to see the result, if you want to see the result, that time what you have to do? Select star from table students. Okay? Now, if I run it, okay, it is telling us this Rekha. Okay, can anyone tell me why I'm getting this error? Unknown column Rekha in the field list. Because you have, I'm just asking it because you have already learned this kind of a error. We get it even if we do the same mistake in Python also. Can anyone quickly tell me why we are getting this error? It is specified here. Unknown column Rekha in field list. So here is the error. We got to know. But why is that? Because I've written ID, name is there, marks is there. I've added accordingly, but still we are getting this error. Can anyone guess that quickly? Yes, no, at least in terms of that. So only I am requesting you all to do it with me so that even you will get to know what kind of errors we will get. Able to like, can you all tell me why I'm getting this error? What kind of a data is name? What kind of a data is the name? Name is of. So name is a character, and characters are always written in single or the double quotes. Okay, names are always written in the single or the double quotes. You can either write in a single quotes or you can either write in the double quotes. Then it will accept it. Hope it is clear to you all. Yes. This is the output. ID, name, marks, and I have entered the data as this. Okay. Now let me tell you one thing. Select star. Let me explain this now. What I have done, I have created a table, I have entered the data, then I'm checking it. To check what I'm doing, select star. Star indicates all the values from students. Okay, star indicates all the values from students. If I just write select name from students, it display only name. Okay, if I write select marks, so it display only marks. Got it? If I write it as star, sorry, if I write it as star, then it display everything. So star indicates select all the values from students. So can you all quickly make a try of creating a table and adding a value into it? Take a 5 minutes of time and then quickly create a table, write some one or two data, then I'll move with the next features of this. I want you all to create a table and do it with me. Hope this is clear to you all first. Is there any doubts here? Any doubts in this three line? Do you want me to explain any particular line? Let me know. You all can unmute yourself and discuss with me if anything, or even if you text, that works. Are you all getting it? Understanding it? Any doubts here? Can you all able to create the table and able to get the result like this? Yes or no? Please take a quick time and then try to create a table and add the values and check the result. And let me know if any queries or if any errors. You can create a different table. It need not be the same also. You can try with the char. You can even try the float. The same data types are used here also. Excuse me, I'll just take. Anybody have tried? Got the result? Yes, Sunita ma'am or Tushar, have you all tried? Okay, great, Tushar. So, did you get the result? Oh, great, Sunita ma'am. Are you all getting the results in a proper format? Okay, great. Good to know. Okay, so shall we move with the next features? Very nice. Okay, Kishore. Yes, Anupam. Thank you for the response. Okay, then we'll move for the next feature. So, hope you all got to know how to create the table and how to insert the values into it. So, I'll quickly add the values. You can also just copy this particular line and paste below. Okay. So, like here, I have a table. So, I'll just paste here. Meanwhile, even you all can paste the values. And then one thing is make sure to change the IDs and all. Even if you keep, you get the same. I'm just writing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So here I have written select star. I have already told you all about this. If I write ID and name, two things, that also will work. So you can see this is the new table where it is displaying only ID and name. Okay. So even you can write marks also here and you get the entire thing. Okay. So instead of writing all the columns, if you have the minimal columns, you are writing one by one. If you have a multiple columns, in that case, you can make use of star. Star indicates you're viewing all the columns. It indicates all the columns from table students. Okay. It's all the same. Got it? So here you have all the. So I have added 7 rows here. You can add multiple and have a check. Even if you add a lesser than that, just for having a practice, some randomly paste some 4 rows and then change the values and just check whether you can able to add it or no. So here in this way, you can able to add the data to the table. Okay. Now we'll see the next feature, that is updating. Okay. We have the multiple features. Updating, I mean, you have a student where its marks, you have to change it to some other, accidentally you have entered something, some other marks, and later on you will get to know you want to change it. So you don't have to search that name and then delete it and add it. If you write this query, automatically it get changed. Okay. So I'll be taking 2 of such examples here. Instead of writing all this, you can make use of star. In textbook, it is shown as ID, name, and marks only. Both works. Okay. When we have the less columns, that case it will works, but if we have 10 to 12 columns, you cannot sit and write all the columns there. In that case, you can just use star. So what exactly we have done here is we have used the update queries. Okay. At the last, I will be listing you all like what kind of a queries we have. Okay. For student purpose, we have explained only few queries so that students can grasp and do the things easily. But we have multiple queries. Okay. At the end, I'll be showing you. Whenever you people get a time, you can make a try, and then if time permits, then you can even explain to the interested students and all, they can explore it in that way. Okay, so what we are doing here, we are updating the students, and we are setting the marks as 86 where the name is Omkar. Okay, so the Omkar is present here. So what I'm doing, his marks is 57, I'm changing it to 86. Okay, so to set that, you have to use this queries. And you might be wondering what query to be used, what keyword to be used if I have to do this thing. Nowadays, we have the AI tools, like you can make use of Gemini or ChatGPT and write the proper prompt. Like, I want to change that particular student marks in this table. What is the query? If you write it, it will give you the query. Then just change your marks and name accordingly. Okay, you don't have to remember anything nowadays. That set is a keyword, update is a keyword, insert is a keyword. Okay, in a single prompt you will get to know. But as of now, for student purpose, you can just tell that set is the keyword, it is helping to update the marks, and update is also update and set keyword. With the help of these two, I'm changing the marks. Okay, and I'm specifying where name is Omkar. Instead of name, even we can tell ID. That also works. Okay, whereas here I have taken Omkar, here I'll take ID. Harshit is 7. So I'll write as ID here. ID. So you can do it in both the ways. 7. Okay. So what I am telling, ID is 7. This 7 is nothing but Harshit only. Okay. So this 33 will change to 77. Got it? So here you have to come, click, and then once again you have to write select star from students, because here you are just updating. You are not seeing the result. To see the result, writing this query is mandatory. Select star from students. So after writing this, if you run, you will get another table like this. Whenever you write this select star, that will display. So this is for this table, and this we have the another table. You have to cross check now whether the marks are being changed or no. Okay. So for the ID 7, we had told 77. It is changed. Whereas for Omkar, it is changed to 86. Is it clear? Can you all make a try? So you can change it, set it in both the ways. It is not mandatory to make use of names only. In many formats, in many structure, we will be using only the serial numbers or the student ID number and all. So we can even make use of IDs also. Please make a try and then let me know. Did you all get the results? I'm waiting for the response because when you actually try it, when you actually write the code, that time you may end up with some errors and all. If you get any errors, the same errors the other teachers may also get. So if we discuss those things, it will be helpful for you all to engage the proper session in the schools. Whether you all can able to change it. Anybody have tried? Got the results? Kishore, Sunita, Anupam, Tushar. Any errors? Got the results? I'm waiting for the response. Anybody have tried? Let me know so that I'll proceed with the further queries. Did you all get the results? Are you all trying it? Shall we move with the next query? Okay, I'll move with the next one, where what we are doing is we are deleting. So we're going to see the next one as deleting. Okay. So for deleting, for the updates, we had used update and we had used set and we have updated this marks. But we have to inform that what particular marks you want to update, what particular marks you want to change. As per the name, as per the ID, you have to mention it. Now, if I want to delete, it is also same. So you have to use the keyword as delete from which table? From student table, where the name, okay? The name is what? Girija, okay? So I am deleting this particular table. So in a similarly, if you want to delete as per ID, can also be done. As per marks, can also be done. You can tell that delete from student where marks is 67. So that particular row will be deleted. Okay. As per the name. So as per any column, you can mention that and that will be deleted. Okay. So here now third row will be deleted. If I just click on run. So you can see this. This is the present table where we have 1, 2 and third is deleted. Okay. So I request you all to try by deleting as per the ID or marks. Take some 5 minutes of time and then try these features, setting and deleting. Will sharply again resume at 3:20. Please make a try and respond in the chat. Okay, so did you all make a try? Any errors? You can unmute yourself and then discuss if you got any errors or any the output format. Even you can share your screens and all if you wish. Did you all get the proper result in the desired output, in the desired structure way? Did you all made a try? Let me know. I'm just waiting for the response from you all. Did you all get the results? Okay. So these were the basic queries are given in the textbooks. Okay. So the queries, whichever is covered in the textbooks, I have covered all those things here. Okay. So basically, you have to remember the create query is used for creating the table, and insert is basically used for inserting the values into that table. And then update is nothing but what? Like if you want to change something, in that case you can make use of update, whereas select is for retrieving the information. Okay, and then delete is for deleting the data. Got it? So create for creating the table, and insert is basically used for inserting the values in that table, and then update if you want to change any information. In that case you can make use of the update, and select is for retrieving the information, for displaying it. Okay, now if I want to see the result, if I want to retrieve the information, then you can make use of this select. Okay, star indicates it displays everything, all the columns, whereas delete, it is basically used to delete the information. Got it? Now, apart from this, additionally, I'll be telling you some more commands. Okay. And we have used one more is like where clause and all. Where it is like for conditional purpose. Like if you want to use some conditions where this name is particular, if you want to delete, where if you want to update. So where is used whenever you have some conditions for updating purpose or for deleting purpose. Where is used whenever you have a particular conditions. So apart from this, I will be telling you a few more queries. You all can make a try of this too. These are interesting. Okay. Now, I was telling like about displaying a marks. Okay. Where what I'm writing, select all the columns from a table students where the marks are less than 50. So as the table is of only with 7 entries, we can easily able to see that Rajesh and Vikram are less than 50. Okay. And even Harshit. But Harshit, we have updated it to 77, I guess. So as of now, you should get only 45 and 48. So if the entries are less, you can easily make out and then show it to them. Like you can give the explanation. So these queries are used whenever we have the huge entries. Okay. So writing the query is very easy here. Select command is used, whereas the select is for retrieving purpose. So I am writing select star from students where, again where clause, where is used for conditional purpose. So I'm telling where marks are less than 50. If I click on run, you can see it here. See, only Rajesh and Vikram are less than 50. If you want to see those who are greater than 90, you can just change the symbol and write 90. If you want to see the distinction students, maybe above 80, above 90, or if you want to see the failed students, you can just write less than 35, or however, whatever may be the criteria. You all can make a try of this for your particular table also. As I was discussing that test bench, MySQL test bench I have it in my system as a part of your interest if you all are interested. So this is the MySQL test bench. Yes, sorry, it is workbench, MySQL workbench. So if you download this, then you can able to add the external CSV file. You can add the external CSV file and then you can able to work on this. But right now we are not teaching to the students, but you all can tell the students external files can also be loaded, because we will not always be creating the tables and working on it. If you want to, so this is what I was telling. MySQL is for the particular database. Give me a 1 second. Okay, I'll show it at the end. The password is not there actually. So there you need all the access for MySQL test bench. You can just tell the students that if you work in the actual companies and all, you can use the external CSV file. Like for example, now you have your student record CSV files. If you want to update in that file only, that can be done with the help of this workbench. You can just add that external CSV file in that database, I mean in that workbench, and then you can make use of all these commands: update, delete, select. You can see the result and you can update it and download it. So this will be done automatically. Okay. So this is possible only in the workbench. Whereas this one compiler here, you cannot add the external CSV file. It is just for practice purpose, just to make the students understand how they can make the changes. Okay. So let me just continue. So here, if I tell 90, you can see only we have one student who have scored greater than 90. You can see it here. Got it? Okay. Even we can have a multiple conditions also. Like we are having a categories as a first class, then distinction. So there we will be having a range 60 to 70 or above 60. So those 60 to 80 are considered as the first class. In that case, we should have a two conditions. So that is also possible here. We can write and marks. So we can just write here marks less than, marks greater than 50. and marks less than or equal to 80. You can put the multiple conditions also like this. So you can see the results here. These two are there in this range. Got it? So we can even have a multiple conditions like this. So these all queries also, you can just tell them as a interest. So if they are interested to move further, do some task, they can try out all these queries. Okay. And we have one more important thing here. The same things you can even do it with the different query. Let me show you. Where I have used this and here, you can even write it in this. So ID name, this also works. Star also works, as I had told you all already. So what I have written, student where marks between 50 and 80. So if you don't want to write this clause like this, greater than 50 and marks less than or equal to 80, you can just write between. This also give the same result. Just to see the result in a proper way, I'll change the marks so that you can see the difference. I'll just write 30 and 70. So like this way, we have a different commands, the queries. So you can see we have this is the present table where the marks are between 30 and 70. So either you want to use it in terms of like greater than and symbols or between keyword also, you can make use of it. Okay. Now let me show you some more commands here. Many a times you may need the data in terms of ascending and descending. Marks in a descending way. Sorry, marks in a ascending way or a descending way. Then in that case, you have to make use of the order. Okay. So we have a ID name marks. I'm repeatedly telling it is, you don't have to write it in this way. You can even write it as star also. Star indicates all the values from students. Order by. Order by what? Order by marks. Order by marks descending. Okay. So in a descending way, it will arrange all the marks. Now, if you want to order according to the name, so you can write names and ascending. We have for ascending also, ASE. Okay. In that case, the name will be arranged in a alphabetical order. Got it? So here you can see the marks are being arranged in the descending order. Even you can try out with the name also. If I just write name, what we will get. See, I have changed it in the same select. So here, Vikram, it is like it is arranged in the alphabetical, but in descending from Z to A. Okay. So V, S, R, O, and H. So it is quickly changed in ascending. Okay. So if you are writing a character, so by default, it will consider it as alphabetical order. Ascending means alphabetically A to Z, and alphabetically descending means Z to A. Whereas if you are looking for marks, serial numbers, or IDs and all, descending means from higher number to the lower number, whereas ascending will lead you to the smaller to the higher numbers. Even you can check it with the ID also. Right now you're having like this way in a random numbers. If I write ID descending, you will get 76542 1. 3 we have deleted. See here. Okay. So in whatever fashion, in whatever way, if you want to change it, retrieve it, you can see the result. Okay. Many a times you may have to see the last name, last, in that case, if you arrange it in the descending order, you can able to see the results and marks also. Okay. So for that purpose, we are using the keyword or the query here as order by. Order by and then ASC and DESC. These are the two main things which will help you to give the data in ascending and descending. Okay. And some more queries which I would like to give here is distinct. The meaning of distinct is many a times the marks will be repeated, or the IDs or the names will also be repeated. So if you want to know the distinct values, the fixed values, then you can write it as distinct, but here all are unique only. In my table, it is not like anything is repeated here. Even the IDs are unique, the names are unique, the marks are also unique. If I write this, I get the same thing. So this will be used whenever we have the same marks or same IDs. It will not be same, but I'm just telling you an example. Here, if I run this, I get the same result because all are unique. Distinct is nothing but the unique thing. See, I have written here ID, so it is just displaying ID here. Select distinct ID. But we have all the unique numbers. If I have any entry of, let me add one entry and then show you. I'm just adding just to show the difference. ID, name, marks, values. I'll take the same serial number, maybe 5 I'll take, and I'll change the name. Harshit to Harsh. Okay. Marks, I'll change it to 65. Okay. Let me add this because I have written it now. I should add this. So for this, I have to run it. Okay. So the data is been added now. If you want to see the result, retrieve, what you have to write? Select star from students. Semicolon is compulsory for every line. Run. So this is my new table. One second. Yes. You can see here. As I had written one more time, while I was copying, I have copied one more time. So Harsh is added twice. So even you will get to know. So this is my present table now. This is my present table where I have all this. Phi is already there with the different name. And then I added Harsh with the same identical number. And then as I pasted it, again it added. So phi is repeated thrice. Okay, now if I want to see the identical numbers, then now let me execute this distinct. You can see the difference. Okay, and let me show you here. If I just write ID instead of all, what it display? It display everything. Okay, you can see 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 5. If I just write ID. Now, if I write distinct ID, let me write here only distinct ID. This is used whenever we are writing spaces, I mean places and all, the names of the areas or the countries and all. Distinct country, distinct place, that time it is used. Okay, so you can see. Distinct means it will be giving you the unique numbers. Okay, whereas here it is displaying everything. Whatever values are available, everything was visible. Got it? Hope you all got the difference between this, the distinct and all. Okay. So these are the features. These are the additional queries. I'm just telling you all where you can take the ranges of the marks and you can make use of the order by to see the result in the ascending and descending. And one more feature is about distinct. Okay. Now, if you want to see the average marks and all, usually we calculate the average and all. In that case, we have the different functions. Okay, let me show you that. Average, maximum, minimum. This is the one. Okay. AVG is a function. Okay, we similarly we also have a sum function. If I want the sum, then we can make use of SUM. AVG is for average. For minimum, MIN. For maximum, MAX. Like that way. Okay. So for average, you have to use AVG, marks, then as average mark. So you will be seeing it as a new column here, average mark, and giving that name here from students. Okay, let me run and show you. Yes. So this name is given here. Suppose if you don't give this, if you don't give this, then what will happen? It will display it as same. So if you want the result should be visible properly, then you can give the alias name, the alternate name. Okay. So I've given it as average mark so that it will be changed to this instead of displaying like this. So it is optional actually. If you want it to look good and all, you can make use of this. Okay. Let me show you one more time. If I run, it will change. Okay. Now in a similarly, you can make a try of minimum and maximum also. Let me show you that also. Or you can add it there only. I'll just take this. I'll just take this here. Instead of making it in another line, I'll just put comma, then add here. So what I have done, firstly, average marks, named it as average mark, and maximum marks as the highest marks, and minimum marks as a lowest mark. Okay. Usually for a particular subject, who is highest, who is lowest, if you want to make it like this, then it is created separately and display it here. Average, highest, and lowest. Okay. Even if you write sum, then it will give you the total marks also. Got it? So these were the additional queries which I would like to show you all today. Okay. So once if you are done with those existing delete update, mainly basically we have create, insert, update, delete, and select. These are the things which we have covered in the textbooks. Apart from that, you all can cover this order by and all. This will create the interest in the student where how we can get the results in the ascending and descending way. And then you all can also show about the distinct feature. Then this query is also useful for checking the average and maximum mark and minimum marks and all. Now you all might be wondering like how will us get to know like what all different queries we have. Then you all can make use of the AI tools. Right now I will be showing you. Okay. So you can just type list the different queries used in SQL so that you will get to know. So select, so you all can see, select column from table with this condition. We have the insert queries, we have the update queries. We have seen this insert into. So you don't, what I am trying to say is you don't have to remember anything. So with this commands will easily come to know. Like if I want to particularly do some task, if I want to insert, if I want to add the data, what command I have to use, then you can easily just type the prompt and get this data for updating purpose. It which will modify the existing data. Deleting, it will remove. We also have the merge. It will perform insert or update both operation. Okay. And we have a create. We have seen this for creating a table. We can even make use of alter command for changing the name and all. Okay. A drop will delete the table. Truncate will remove, it will keep the table and it will delete all the data in that. The structure will be there, the data will be deleted. The difference between truncate and delete or drop is drop will completely delete the table. Truncate will delete only the data by keeping the table. Okay. Apart from this, we have this additional features. Okay. List the mathematical function queries. So you can see this. We have absolute, modulus, which will give you the reminder, square root is there, pi. So these all additional mathematical functions also you can do it. Okay. Okay. So like this way, if you want to get the queries and all, you can easily get it with the help of AI tools. So that's it for the today's session. Hope you all enjoyed this session and hope it was helpful for you all. If any difficulties or if any queries, let me know. Let's have the open discussion now regarding this. You all can unmute yourself and if any queries, if you want to know some additional information, then please you all can unmute and ask me. I'll just stop sharing my screen. And one more thing, one very important thing. Here, once if you are done, you can download this. The thing is, whenever you open the one compiler, this thing will vanish. If you want to save this, then you have to click on download. So it will be downloaded as a notepad. Let me show you like this. Okay. it is saved as queries. If I open it, yes, it is opened in my VS Code. So here you can open it in Notepad. It will not be opened in the web browser. Okay. So what all queries we have created today, these all are visible here. So it is downloaded like this way. So the main thing what I want to clarify here is in one compiler in this cloud only, we cannot save your project and all. You can just download and save your queries in terms of Notepad and all. You can open it in another format also if you have VS Code and all. Usually you can save this queries in another format. Okay. Yes. So that's it for the today's session. Thank you for your cooperation, for patience hearing. Let me know if any doubts or anything which you would like to discuss, or if you have faced any errors while practicing it. Hope you all had a good session. Let me know if any discussion or if you want to discuss something. Thank you, Anupam. Thank you, Kishore. Thank you for the feedback, Sanjeev. Thank you. Hope the session was helpful to you all. Thank you, Kashinath.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Deepak. Thank you, Yogesh. Thank you, Sunita. Sunita, are you from the Jingauda school? Yes, thank you,
No,
Tushar.
ma'am. I'm from Priyadarshini High School, Bhosri
Oh,
branch.
okay, okay, okay. Thank you for the feedback, Sunita. Thank you, Tushar. And these PPTs will be shared to you all from the website. In the Dattamsh website, we are uploading very soon. These all PPTs. Okay, then that's it for the today's session. Thank you for joining. See you all.